I woke up, he put me on his page, without my consent.
It's kind of fucked up, man.
I know, yo. Nah, but me and Drake, we had a very peculiar relationship.
Yeah, I'm sure the world could use a summary of how this went back in the day.
So I want to say 4 years ago or so. One time we was in New York. We was at a club. Well, I was trying to get in the club with my peoples and shit. You know what I mean? And I was fighting to get my peoples in the shit. And then all of a sudden, here go Drake. They like, yo, Mook, you gotta chill. Now I'm in New York. This is my city. And then here come Drake with like 13 niggas and shit. And he like, yo, oh shit, Mook, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to hold my composure, keep my my pride, like, yeah, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? He like, nah, you coming in? I'm like, yeah. So, he wound up, we wound up going in with him and shit. But then we started to chop it up. And I didn't know he was as much of a fan of me as, as he told me at that point, because me and him never really had a conversation or interacted too tough. So, when he telling me, he like, yo, nigga, you know what we used to do watching, your battle rap, going to school, and, we used to pretend like we was y'all and shit like that. And as the night went on, got a little bit of liquor in the system and shit, and then, he was just like, yo, but I'll kill you. And I'm like, I'm drinking his liquor though. You know what I'm saying? This is his shit. So I'm like, yo, listen.
Standing in his section on his couch.
Well, I start sniffing the bottle and shit, like making sure ain't nothing going on in here for what would make you say that to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he like, nah, nigga, I'll kill you, like, you know what I mean, in a battle. And I'm like, really?
And what year are we talking here?
This was about 2000 and... No, hell no, this was longer than that. Wow, I'm bugging. Cause I did the BET Award shit was 2014. So this was 2014. This was in the beginning. 2013, 2014. Wow, the years go like crazy.
So this was a different stage in Drake's career where he's very much solidified. He's a pop star. It's huge, but he's not like...
No, he's Drake.
He's Drake, but...
He's Drake.
But he's a little more Drake now.
Well, right now but no, he was still... Remember, 0 to 100 just came out.
Right.
He was Drake then.
You're right. Like the concept of him battling you was still kind of
Drake
ridiculous.
Drake has been Drake.
Right?
That's why, shout out to Artist of the Decade. That is just, that's like an accomplishment out of this world. I didn't even know that's a new thing?
I don't know. Do they do that every decade? Who had the 90s? Who had the aughts?
Well, who had 2010 to 2001? Well, because I'm just hearing about it. But yeah, so that was 0 to 100 Drake. Drake still had, Drake was still a man. Then Drake been the man for a while is I think the point that I'm saying. But
2010's, by the way, got to be 50.
2002, yeah, 2000
like
to 2010 has to be 50.
Because I was thinking Wayne, but that's more later in the year, and I still think 50's impact was bigger.
50's impact, yeah, 2000 to 2000, yeah, because Wayne was 2006.
Yeah, it was later and it was gigantic, but I still feel like nothing was bigger
like
than G-Unit.
Nothing came like 50. I don't believe.
Right.
Nothing came like 50. Nothing. So I'm still trying to see if anything did. But
that is a great thing to argue about, or way to, it's hard to even like kind of argue about it, but to sort hip hop out, because then you only really have like 4 or 5 gods of the decade,
Right. Ye was in there? Was he in there? Was Ye in there? I think Ye was in there. Ye was in the Ye was in the middle of the pack with Wayne, I think.
Yeah. No, Kanye's definitely like...
He was in there.
You got to put him against 50, yeah.
Yeah, because they tried to, remember, and I remember the 106 in Park thing, they did a bet with 50 and Ye.
Right, about the album sales.
About the album sales.
And that was when we kind of realized, like, oh, rap's going in a little different direction than what we thought, because we were in the New York bubble at that time where it kind of felt like nobody could defeat 50 ever.
Right. Yeah. Did Ye sell more?
Yep.
He did. Mm-hmm. Yep, he did. But that was like 50's, the third album.
So anyway, Murda Mook's in the club. The alcohol is affecting him. It's in his bloodstream. Drake says,
Drizzy.
"I would kill you." Not, "I think I could go at you. I think we could be even. I think I could maybe do something." No, he said he was gonna kill.
Yeah, he said, "I'll kill you."
Could.
He said, "I'll kill you." So
Right.
Fab was there. Shout out to Fab, right there in the cut. So this is my what do you call the people who sign the shit, the notoriety, the
the
Notary
notary,
Public.
yeah.
He was my Notary Public for this moment. So I'm like, "Yo, you sure you'll kill?" I'm like, "So let's do this. Take a picture. Let's take a picture. If we could pull up the picture too. If you put Murda Mook and Drake, you'll see both of us facing off. Pause.
Trev, can we get the Google?
Yeah, you'll see us facing off. Pause. And so I'm like, I'm gonna take this picture, and I'm gonna put it up. He like, "Go ahead." Like he start, talking shit. So I'm like, you know what this is gonna do? If I put this shit up, and we talking about a battle. So he like, "No, okay." So I put it up. I put it up that night in the club. I don't even think anything of it until the next day. The next day, the media outlets was like everywhere. It
They
was
can't
showing
resist
everywhere.
that. No.
On every single outlet, just Murda Mook, Drake, they gonna do a battle. Murda Mook. So now, I hit him like, "Yo." Yep. Right?
Damn, it looks like you're battling right there.
Yeah, that's what I said. We gonna do it. But yeah, you can tell this was Drake because his shit wasn't even in. He was.
He wasn't even beard Drake
Yeah,
yet.
he wasn't even beard. He wasn't me neither. I wasn't beard Mook. Right. So yeah, and so imagine him. That's him talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Would you
that's
describe
you
it?
in the back.
Yeah. I
Like, you
think
might
that
have
is.
been there.
Yeah.
But
Yo,
yeah,
how drunk would you say he was?
I want to say he was talking. He was drunk. He was going over to Vanessa's house drunk. Like he was texting her in that song. Remember? And he was like, about how he gets really drunk and emotional. And he goes like, he was that drunk. He was going to text one of his exes. He was going to the crib.
Okay.
He was going over there, Dolo, like in the snow. That was that Drake drunk. He probably made one of them songs from that. So he was that drunk. And the next day I call and I'm like, "Yo, we got to do something about this. We have to do something about this because, you done said it. It's doing crazy." So he ignored me. First he like, "Nah, all right, hold on," because he's Drake now. So then after a while, he started to ignore me, and then he like, "All right, we gonna figure this out." But I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm about to just go at him. So I just started to just go at him, and then I did the hip hop awards. Shout out to Snoop. Snoop had this was the first time where they did the live cipher, and Snoop had called me to be on it, and it was actually the biggest moment of that the whole show, to be honest. And I went in on his beat. So on the 0 to 100 beat. And I was like, here the finish line is all mine. You heard Drake? I had you flash back in the act and it's real here. I cripple your career, put it back in a wheelchair, get killed here. It ain't no chill here. My demeanor, don't play the field here. The grass, see it ain't greener. I was on it, trust me. I was on it. So I'm like, I'ma bait him out. And then, I guess he kind of understood, like, this might not be what I want to do.
You know what comes to mind immediately?
What?
I just watched you battle Iron Solomon.
Okay.
I don't think you're dropping some of them Jewish bars against Drake.
I'm gonna tell you, right? Iron. I had to. I'm gonna tell you, Drake.
How much the U-Haul will cost?
Yeah, it was. I had to with Iron because Iron is a legendary battle rapper, and Iron is a very smart battle rapper. Like a lot of times people don't understand battle rap. It's not more so like how good you are in rapping and stuff. It's about how witty you are and how great you could put together the puzzle of actually winning. It's about winning. So he's really smart. He knows how to win. And I knew bullying him, he's a white boy, I can't be a street nigga. Like, I can't talk to him about tough shit. If I talk to him about tough shit, it's just, it could fall on deaf ears because he could just say, well, I ain't never say I was a tough guy. You know, I ate, you know, my only toasters I know, they put, you know, bread and Pop-Tarts and shit like that. He could say that, and then all of a sudden, I'm in the water looking like a fucking bully. And then, so I'm like, damn, I got to approach him differently. So that's why I, you know, approached him in that manner. Now, as far as Drake, I wouldn't know what I would do. But back to the picture he posted when he said, I would have smoked you. So we were, the other day at the battle, we was talking about it, and he like, I was ready to battle you for real. Because he had a event in Canada that he did, right? Now, mind you, this was coming off of all of the hype, and I'm like, yo, we got to do the battle. And he like, yo, we got to figure out a way to make it happen. So he put together a event, but it was just for other battle rappers. He just was there, like, sponsoring it. But it was through a King of the Dot. And I just so happened to go there with Rex, because Rex had battled up there. It was a 2-day event.
Rex, who was supposed to be here. But,
yeah, T-Rex is supposed to be here. We don't know. We just hope everything is all right, Rex. I hope you somewhere, because we going to kill you. If you not dead, you better be dead, but not dead, so we can kill you. But, so the 2 days, it was a 2-day event. So then, like, after I want to say couple hours into the second day, liquor was free and shit. And everybody know me. You give me liquor. So all of a sudden, they like, yo, Drake wanna holler at. Now we ain't see him the whole time. They like, yo, Drake wanna holler at you and shit. So I'm like, all right. So we go up. He like in the like it was a theater kind of setting. So he like in the booth all the way at the top, skybox type shit. So we go there. I'm like, yo, what's up? And he like, yo, what's up? He like, yo, you want to do it? So I'm like, do what? He like, no, like let's give the people what they want type shit. I said, like, what? You want battle? Like, he like, I mean, if you ready, like that's type of person. Like I mean, if you want to, like, I'm like, hell fucking yeah, I want to. Now, mind you, I ain't have no raps or nothing. So now I'm like, this in my mind, I'm like, this nigga set me up. Ooh. I said, this motherfucker set me up.
So he could have potentially worked on this shit for months. Absolutely.
And I was already there for a day and a half. This is the second day we had the event. So if you knew you wanted to do that, you could have hit me the day I pulled up and said we was gonna do it. But
no. How can you turn it down? Because it's the opportunity of a lifetime.
For him.
And for you in a way, because I mean, you're just never gonna have that many people watching you at one time again in your life.
Of
you know,
course, hell,
the whole world would stop to watch this.
Absolutely.
Let's just acknowledge how gigantic it would be.
No, I'm still gonna always talk my shit.
Right, for sure.
But so I'm like, this motherfucker set me up. Cause you could have told me initially, but no, you wait till you see me dab drunk. You gave me fucking liquor. You treat me like one of the bitches you be fucking with. Like you go ahead, you sweet talking me shit. Then all of a sudden they drunk, you don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Now you in a room with Drake, shit going like you don't know. So they like, yo, I said, you know what? Yeah. I said, give me an hour. I said, give me an hour. He like, all right, bet. So now in my mind, I'm scrambling like, I gotta make up raps in an hour and be able to say them. So I'm like, now here goes to the, opportunity of a lifetime shit. So now I'm thinking like, hell yeah. So I'm not letting this go down. So I go downstairs in like this area in this basement, secluded like type shit, start to get to thinking, shit like that. I put together a plan because it was a lot of other battle rappers, so I was gonna have one round, and then we all was gonna jump him in the second round. So everybody was gonna have 8 bars. So, you know what I'm saying? We was gonna do it like that. So I wanna say within 30 minutes of me preparing somebody came down like, yo, where Mook, da-da-da. They like, yo, Drake can't do it. Back in my mind, I'm like, yes. Yes. But now I'm like, what? I'm like, shit, what? What? What you mean? He can't do it. Nah, where he at? Fuck is Drake? Like, nah, like, I'm gonna let my nuts hang at that point.
Right.
Cause I'm like, yo, but they was like, yeah, nah, he can't do it. Somebody stopped it. Not him. They said it wasn't him who didn't want to do it. They like somebody else stopped it. So when you see me put on my page when I'm like, yo, whoever your management, cause I told him the other day, I'm like, yo, cause he like, yo, I would have smoked you. He like, so I asked Chubb. Chubb is like always somewhere around.
I just wonder how many people are around that can tell Drake what to do.
Chubbs. You see him halfway right there?
You think that he really respects his decision over like, his own at times?
That's Chubb. No, but Chubb didn't tell him. Chubb didn't stop it. But
okay.
Chubb is like his, like real bro. Like you know what I'm saying? It ain't no, I'm Drake with him.
Right.
It's like nigga, like I got niggas that be like, what the fuck you doing? Like, Mook, like chill, you bugging. Chubb, like you know what I'm saying? Even in the picture that he put in, Chubb, the shit is hilarious because Chubb is in the picture on our shit, just I'm close, but I'm here, but you don't know I'm here, but he here.
Right.
So, but Chubb is.
You got the light on your phone, by the way.
Oh shit. Yeah. So, but
gotta respect the battery life.
I said, whoever told you not to do it, I hope you pay that motherfucker very handsomely, cause you I would have that day would have been bad for you. That's what I'm telling him. But he really would have did it. He had raps and everything. Like he had, so that confirmed two things. That one, that, you know what I mean? He's really for the culture. And two, he really tried to set me up. That's what that confirmed.
Wow.
But we since then, we've spoken a lot of times. But just not about the battle and shit until we was just at the battle. Drake is a really cool guy. After my battle with Tay-Rock, when I battled last, it was Halloween, and shit, he just hit me in the DM with this long, it's just, I don't want to say dissertation, but it was kind of like one of those, just but he was just telling me how much he respect me and how good I am in battle rap and shit like that. And
but no mention of the battle?
No mention. I told him let's battle. I said let's battle. Coming up. He like, no, I'm not doing that because he knows I got raps now. He knows and just in case
another 6 years of plotting as well.
He know just in case I will never let that happen to me again. The way I felt right then at that point, because I knew if I was coming to Canada and he was doing it, I'm like, I should kind of write some raps. But nah, he ain't gonna do it. Like, I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, he not gonna do it. So when he said I wanna do it, everything just was like, oh shit. Like, I didn't trust my first instinct, and I'm like, he really this smart. And he really would do, he would do what I would have done. So when that happened, I'm like, so I have just in case of emergency Drake break for Drake. That's what I have.
Is there anything that would have been off limits, or would you have treated him basically like anybody else? Because I mean, the whole problem when you are somebody of his caliber rapping is that the whole world knows every last goddamn detail of everything that's happened to you over this many years. When you're battling somebody that doesn't have as much to pull from, it's kind of different. You don't have as much to lose. Drake is like, he has so much to lose if he were to get humiliated. I don't know. Like, how were you thinking of it?
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I wouldn't have. I understand the opportunity. I understand what it means. And I understand the ramifications it could have. But I also for him, and after the battle, understand what it could do for me. I don't want to lose that lane. You know what I mean? Because Drake could just, after the battle, just, he could say one thing, and then, he might could just shut everything down. if he feels that way. So I wouldn't have done it to him because he's not. That's really not what he watches. He watches the culture. He respects the culture, but even just the people around him being this business, Drake stops a lot of people's livelihood comes to an end. A lot of other people's livelihood comes. So somebody telling him not to do it, it's a lot of people that could probably say that to him because they have business as well in him.
It's kind of crazy.
Somebody might snipe me
if
out
he
of
did
nowhere.
it would be the ultimate flex in a way because it would be him saying, my career is so invincible, so untouchable that I could get in the ring against somebody who is the most lethal to do this, arguably, and I know my reputation won't take a hit because truthfully, I honestly believe that about his career is that no matter how bad you did him, he'd bounce right back.
Yeah.
Even if they had a couple bars for him that day, Twitter makes fun of him that day, I just don't think it's really doing anything in the long run.
I felt like that was the reason. I was telling him that, trying to get him to do it. Like, yo, listen, you would have, because, I know secretly him and Jay-Z and Kanye's and even Wayne and Nas's and all of that, they have secret competition with each other.
For sure.
So for him to be able to sell more records, like, in their competition, but then to be able to do this, and then if he could, to be successful in the time that he does it, and then come in as against arguably I'm the way I am in battling. When you say lethal, I'm not gonna be kind to you. You know what I'm saying?
And he knows that.
Right. So there could be a chance that could have. So him going against that potentially would have been the ultimate flex to them. Like there's no more hip hop than that. There's no more, you can't say, nothing you could say to me. I did this. I came here and did this, and then I went over here and did this. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, if he did it, a whole bunch of other very popular mainstream rappers would all of a sudden see it as an option for them to go get a bag and battle a battle rapper. And if that then became kind of a trend, which I actually honestly think it might be after that, then he would basically get credit for that whole wave. And then that also would cement his legacy because it would be like, look at what a trendsetter he is, that he got Ludacris battling somebody for $3 million or some shit.
It's a lot. It's a lot of them really want to battle rap secretly.
Yeah.
But
because you get to hear them confess their drunk ass feelings to you in the club and shit.
A lot of them really want to do it. Trust me. A lot of them really want to do it. A lot of big names want to do it, but it's that factor of not knowing if what the outcome would be. You know what I mean? It's easy to do it on a song, and that's on a song, but that's why what we do is so ill and so important. It's important, man.
It's like going to a NASCAR race where you just know you could see somebody lose their life at any minute. You could watch a career die tonight,
Well, figuratively, like, I mean, we don't want to live.
Right.
Yeah, NASCAR,
but I mean,
you
like,
really could die.
What I like, that one cannabis battle where he just completely loses it. I mean, that was pretty close to like seeing somebody lose their life right there.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I didn't even like seeing that.
That was horrible. That was hard. That was bad. But I mean,
I'm sure tons of other great examples.
Yeah, and I'm talking about people, though, no disrespect to cannabis, but it is what I'm talking about as far as career-wise right now. I'm talking about people that are very considered like at the top of the food chain, want to do it.
Right.
Want to do it with others, top of the food chains. Maybe not even want to do it with another battle rapper, so to speak. They want to probably do it with somebody else that's at the top of the food chain.
Joe Budden set this whole process back like 10 years too. Because that just like that just showed how bad this can go.
But